Jekyll versus Hyde is the game of the evening. And the way that this works is I'm going to be playing one role, and you, the stream, will be taking control of the other role. How this game is played, this is a very simple game. I have not played it yet. I'm playing it with you guys for the first time here. We have a deck of 25 cards. There are 21 evil cards in the deck, which are numbered from 1 to 7, and they'll either be purple, green, or red. Purple is pride, green is greed, red is wrath. Those are the three suits that are in the deck. There are also, I believe, 21 evil cards and 4 potion cards in the deck, numbered from 2 to 5, and they have a plus sign next to them. We'll talk about what that means in a little bit. The start of the round, there are 3 rounds to the game. I'm going to shuffle these cards and deal out 10 of them to myself and 10 of them to you, the stream. Each round, there are 3 rounds. Each round, we're each going to be dealt 10 cards. Then whoever is playing Dr. Jekyll for this game will kick things off by choosing one of the cards in his hand to play for the first trick of the game. Let's say I kick things off with a 5 Wrath card, and then you will look at your cards, and that's way more than 10. And if you have any red cards in your hand, you have to play a red card. Or a potion. Potions are always available as well. We'll talk about potions in a little bit. If you have a red card in your hand, let's say that this is your hand. If you have a red card in your hand, you can't play any other evil cards. So you would play, let's say you play this 7. That means you take the trick because you've got the higher number for the suit that was played in this game. You'll take this trick and put it in front of you for scoring. Let's say instead you don't have any red cards and you play this Greed 4 instead. Well, taking a look over at the board here, every round, when the first card is played, we're going to take one of these 3 tokens to move down to this strength meter here. So the first card that gets played is the weakest suit for the round. The whole round. Wrath is the weakest suit. Once the second color is played, that becomes the middle tier suit, and then by default, the other one is the strongest suit for that round. So, if on the first turn of the game I play a Wrath 5, Wrath is automatically the weakest suit. Let's say on the first turn of the round you don't have any Wrath cards in your hand. Not likely, but maybe that's the case. You can then play any other color of evil from your hand. Let's say you play this Greed 4. Numbers don't matter in this trick because we have two different suits being played. So we look at the higher suit instead of the higher number. Since Wrath was the first suit played, it is the weakest, and Greed is the second suit played. That makes it the stronger suit for this round. You win the trick. You take those 2 cards and put them in front of you, and you'll start off the next trick. Make sense so far? Let's talk about potions now. Let's say I start the trick with a red 5, a Wrath 5, and then you counter with a 3+ potion. Well, anytime a potion is involved in the trick, we only look at numbers. The color of the suit for that trick does not matter. So in this case, 5 is higher than 3, I would win the trick. But before I take the trick, we resolve the effects of a potion. The potion's effect is determined by the color suit played by the other player in that round. So if you played this 3+ potion and I played that Wrath 5, that means this effect is what's going to take place. There's a little cheat sheet on the tokens for each suit. So if it's a red suit, then the effect of the potion is that the strengths of all suits are wiped clean. And that means that we will be reestablishing suit strength for the rest of the round from this point forward. That's what that means, those 3 X's. If instead I play a green card, Greed, and you counter with that 3+ potion, then we're going to do this effect, which is choose 2 cards from your hand to pass to the other player. So we're both going to choose 2 cards to pass to the other person. Got it? Great. Let's then say instead of the Greed, I started things off with a Pride card. You would almost definitely not play that 3+ potion. You would play this 5+ potion instead, perhaps, because the effect of the Pride potion is that whoever wins the trick for that round also gets to take one of the tricks that the other player has won. So, you wouldn't do a potion on a purple before the other player has won at least one trick, because then you're going to take the trick and you're going to steal one of their tricks as well. That's what that means. But the winner of the trick, anytime a potion is played, is the player who played the highest number. And the reason that potions have a plus is because what happens in this instance? Both the same number. The plus on the potion breaks the tie. 5+ is higher than 5 but lower than 6. Got it? Only other thing to note here is if you can kick things off for the round. Let's say I started the trick by playing that 5+ potion. That means you can play any suit you want in response, or you can also play a potion. If you do, then there is no effect resolved from the potions, and whoever played the higher number potion takes the trick. Now, just to give you a sense of what's in here, there are numbered 1 through 7 of each one of the 3 suits, and 2 through 5 of the potions. That's what's in the deck total. And also of note, you're not simply trying to win tricks here. Do the tiles have to be on the board in order for the potion to activate? No. Although they would be, because as soon as a card is played, then that potion, or then that token goes onto the board. So let's say everything is here. We're kicking things off in a new round. I play that, and then you actually, that's a bad example. Let's say instead I play this, and you counter with this. As soon as I play that, that's going in the weakest spot. So it's on the board already. One more little wrinkle here. We are not simply trying to win the most tricks. Whoever's playing Jekyll and whoever's playing Hyde have differing objectives here. You'll see there is a board that starts on the... It's a really cool little... I wish I could... actually, I'll show it off on this camera right here. There's a really cool... this is made of metal. This badass Jekyll and Hyde mini. I love it. That's going to start here on the rightmost space on the board. And at the end of the round, it doesn't matter who won the most tricks. We're going to look at the number of tricks won for each player. Let's say I'm playing Dr. Jekyll, you guys are playing Mr. Hyde. let's say as Dr. Jekyll, I won 6 tricks in the first round, and you, playing Mr. Hyde, won 4. There's 10 cards apiece, we're going to play 10 tricks per round. We take the higher number, doesn't matter who it is, take the higher number, subtract the lower number, so in this case 6 minus 4, and we advance this that many spaces towards the left side of the board, the Hyde side of the board. We're going to play 3 rounds of 10 tricks each, and if Mr. Hyde can manage to get this marker all the way over to the left side before the end of the game, Mr. Hyde wins. If Dr. Jekyll can keep it no further than there, by the end, once we've resolved scoring at the end of the 3rd round, Dr. Jekyll wins. So, you're not simply trying to win tricks. You're trying to, if you're Mr. Hyde, you're trying to make sure that one player wins more tricks than the other person. If you're playing Dr. Jekyll, you're trying to balance things as best you can. We understand our objectives. We understand how the game is played. We think so. All right. Awesome. Hey, thanks for hanging out. If you want to spend more time with us, do us a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, head on over to twitch.tv/BNB Tabletop and give us a follow there. We play board games live every Sunday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time on a show we call The Board and Barrel. And we like to keep things interactive. You guys can influence what happens throughout the course of a game with our Buff and Nerf house rules. You can also make predictions on how things are going to pan out, play virtual bingo for a chance to win a free board game of your own, and heckle us and stuff from the chat. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you Sunday night.